The story begins with the calm voice of Hiccup, now older and wiser, narrating how the world has changed since dragons and Vikings first became friends. He tells how humans once feared dragons, hunted them, and caged them, but now, thanks to years of hard work and trust, they live together in harmony. Berk, once a small Viking village, has turned into a bustling island paradise where dragons soar freely through the skies, helping humans in their daily lives. Hiccup, who once dreamed of proving himself to his father, now carries the heavy responsibility of being the new chief. Beside him is Astrid, his partner and closest friend, who supports him with fierce loyalty and quiet strength. Together, they led Berk into a new era of peace, one built on courage, compassion, and hope. But even in peace, challenges grow. The island of Berk, once spacious and wild, is now overflowing with dragons. They perch on rooftops, crowd the skies, and fill the harbors. The village is noisy and chaotic, and though everyone loves the dragons, it becomes clear that Berk is no longer big enough for all of them. Hiccup, always trying to do what's right, struggles to find a solution. He spends his days rescuing dragons captured by hunters and bringing them home, adding to the problem. Deep inside, he begins to realize that the harmony he worked so hard to create might not last forever. Far from Berk, in the dark corners of the world, a new enemy rises. His name is Grimmel the Grizzly, a ruthless and cunning dragon hunter with a cold smile and unmatched intelligence. He's the man who hunted every night fury in existence, leaving only one alive, Toothless. When Grimmel learns that Hiccup and his dragon still live, he vows to destroy them both and end the species once and for all. To do this, he uses a trap unlike any other, a rare female dragon called a light fury, whose sleek white body glows under the moonlight and whose wings shimmer like ice. Her ability to vanish in a flash of light makes her almost untouchable. One night, Toothless feels something in the air, a strange call, a flutter of wings that isn't familiar. He follows it through the forest and finds her. Under the stars, the light fury stands gracefully by a waterfall, her blue eyes glowing softly. Toothless tries to approach, making awkward gestures and curious chirps, but the light fury is cautious. She studies him for a moment before vanishing in a burst of light. Hiccup, watching from afar, can't help but smile. For the first time, Toothless seems distracted, not by battle, not by flying, but by something else entirely. Love. But peace doesn't last. One evening, when the village sleeps, Grimmel sneaks into Berk. He leaves behind poisoned darts and a message, demanding Hiccup hand over the Night Fury or face destruction. Hiccup refuses, knowing that surrendering Toothless would destroy everything they've built. Instead, he gathers the villagers and tells them of a plan. He remembers a story his late father Stoik once told him, about a hidden world deep beneath the sea, where dragons live free and untouched by humans. It's called the Hidden World, a sanctuary that may be their only hope. With determination, Hiccup orders the people of Berk to pack up everything, their homes, their belongings, even the dragons. Together, they leave their beloved island, sailing into the unknown to find a new home where dragons and humans can live in safety. Along the way, the Light Fury appears again. She circles their ships from a distance, her curiosity growing. Toothless, determined to win her heart, tries everything, dancing, drawing patterns in the sand, and practicing his flying skills with hilarious results. Astrid teases Hiccup, saying Toothless is acting just like him when they first met. Slowly, the bond between Toothless and the Light Fury deepens, built on trust and wonder. But Grimmel is relentless. He follows them through the skies, capturing smaller dragons and studying their flight patterns. When night falls, he strikes again. His army of dragon trappers launches nets and fireballs, catching Toothless and the Light Fury. The battle is fierce, the sky filled with fire and smoke. Hiccup and Astrid fight side by side, but they're outnumbered. Grimmel drugs Toothless, chaining him and preparing to kill him. When Toothless awakens, he finds himself in a breathtaking new world. The air glows with golden dust, waterfalls sparkle with rainbow colors, and thousands of dragons soar through vast caverns. It's the hidden world, real, magnificent, and alive. The Light Fury leads Toothless deeper inside, showing him the place where dragons rule freely. There, the dragons recognize Toothless as one of their own, a king among them. For the first time, he sees what it means to belong to his kind. Meanwhile, Hiccup and Astrid find their way into the hidden world. When Hiccup sees it, his eyes fill with awe. He whispers, "So this is where they come from." But before he can take it all in, Grimmel attacks again, determined to end it all. A massive fight erupts above the clouds. Grimmel captures both Toothless and the Light Fury, using them to lure Hiccup into a trap. With courage and love for his dragon, Hiccup leaps from his dragon into the sky, landing on Grimmel's glider. The two struggle midair as the ground rushes toward them. Hiccup realizes he can't win by fighting, so he lets go, trusting the Light Fury to save them. She dives, catching Hiccup just before he falls, while Grimmel plunges into the sea below. When the battle ends, silence fills the air. The dragons are safe, but Hiccup knows the truth. As long as dragons live with humans, they will never be free from danger. His heart heavy, he makes the hardest decision of his life. He tells Toothless that it's time to let go, that dragons must return to the hidden world, where they'll be safe forever. With tears in his eyes, he removes Toothless's saddle and armor. He looks into his dragon's eyes and says softly, "Go, buddy. You'll be safe there." Toothless nuzzles him one last time, then spreads his wings. The Light Fury joins him, and together they rise into the glowing mist of the hidden world. Hiccup watches until they vanish, the sky empty and quiet. Years pass. Berk changes. Hiccup and Astrid marry and build a new life. They have 2 children, who grow up hearing stories of dragons, stories that sound like legends, not memories. One sunny day, the family sails through calm waters near a distant island. Suddenly, a familiar shadow crosses the sky. Hiccup looks up and sees him, Toothless, soaring above the waves with the Light Fury and their 3 dragon hatchlings. For a moment, time stops. Toothless lands gently, cautious but curious. Hiccup steps forward slowly, reaching out his hand just like he did the first time they met. Toothless sniffs him, remembering the scent of his oldest friend. Then, in a moment of pure magic, he presses his forehead against Hiccup's hand. Astrid smiles as their children watch in awe, seeing their father reunited with the dragon from his stories. Hiccup whispers softly, "Our worlds may be apart, but friendship like ours never dies." The Light Fury roars, spreading her wings as the family of dragons takes off into the golden sky. Toothless looks back one last time, his eyes meeting Hiccup's before disappearing into the horizon. Hiccup watches, smiling, knowing their bond will last forever. And so ends the story of the last Viking chief and his dragon, not with loss, but with love, peace, and a friendship that transcends worlds.